Very simple question. Read the statement. Look, everybody knows the formula for work done by a constant force. What is that formula? W equals to F cos theta. But here force is exerted on the wall and wall does not displace. Okay? Because wall does not displace, displacement of the wall is 0, and because D is 0, put it here, then W will be 0. No work is done. Okay? Next. We had learned 3 formula for kinetic energy. First was half mv square, second formula was 1 by 2 pv, and third formula was this, p square upon 2m. K equals to p square upon 2m. For a given body, mass is constant. So relation between K and P, you can write K proportional to P square. Direct proportionality, then 1 to 1 to. So here I can write K1 upon K2 and here P1 square upon P2 square. Whenever they talk in terms of percentage, I have always told you, you should think of original value to be 100 units. So initial momentum I am taking 100 units. Okay? What about final momentum? They have said momentum increases by 1%. Momentum increases by 1%. What is 1% of 100? 1. What is 1% of 100?
1.
But that much is increase. That much is increase. So 100 plus 1. That's why putting P2 equal to 101. See, you will find the things very easy if you assume original value to be 100 units. Okay? Suppose I say momentum increases by 3.5%. 3.5%. Then final momentum you can take 103.5. Simple? If I say momentum increases by 29%, then final momentum will be 129. Simple? If I say momentum decreases by 11%, final momentum will be 89. Simple, na? Fine. Now P2 is at present 101 units. Okay? Now always you should find out final value in terms of initial value. So here find out K2 in terms of K1. After simplification you get the value 1.0201, that many times K1. And now because momentum is increased, naturally kinetic energy also will increase. And whenever you want increase in any value, you should always find out such a difference, final minus initial. Final minus initial. Had it been decreased, then initial minus final. Because it is right now increased, then final minus initial. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Value of K2 in terms of K1, you know 1.0201 K1, that's what I have written here, minus K1. K1 taken common, inside the bracket 1.0201 minus 1, that is 0.0201, that many times K1. And now if you multiply by 100%, I will multiply, so it will be 2.01%. 2.01 of K1. So what does it mean? If you increase this momentum by 1%, then kinetic energy will increase by 2.01% of initial kinetic energy. Okay? Similar sum I am giving you. Right now. Write extra. Right. Find percentage increase in momentum. Find percentage increase in momentum required for 250% increase in kinetic energy. 250%, 250% increase in kinetic energy. Just read the statement carefully. Tell me what you will do. Then after, don't make any mistake. Okay? Look here. Suppose I find out P square. Okay? So P square is what? 2mk. P square equals to
2mk.
Look. If P square is 2mk, then what is P? P will be under root of 2m. Simple. For a given body, mass is constant. So P varies as under root of k. And now from here, can you write P1 upon P2 equals to under root of K1 upon K2. P1 upon P2 equals to P1 upon P2 equals to under root of K1 you should take 100 units. K1 how much?
100.
And what is 250% of 100? 250. If I ask you 3%, then what do you do? Multiply by 3, divide by 100. If I ask you 5%, then multiply by 5. If I am asking you 250%, 100 into 250 upon 100. 100. So what is the answer? 250. But that much is increase in kinetic energy. That much is increase. So final kinetic energy will be 100 plus 250. 100 plus 250. How much it is? 350. Say. So K1 is 100, K2 is 350. K1 is
100, K2 is 350.
And then find out P2 in terms of P1. P2 in terms of
P1.
And then you should find out P2 minus P1. Say
P2 minus P1.
Okay, that much will be increase in momentum required. Okay, find out. Perfect. Now you got P2 equals to 1.87 P1.
Yes.
Then you take P2 minus P1. So 1.87 P1 minus P1. So it is 0.87 P1. Say
0.87.
But when you multiply by 100%, it will be 87% of P1. 87% of P1. Perfect. Good. Read number 3 now. Look, kinetic energy given by this formula, half mv square. What is the kinetic energy at present? 270 joule. Mass of the boy is given to you 60 kg and velocity we require. Look here, 60 upon 2, that is 30, and 270 upon 30 will be 9. When v square is 9, come on, v will be 3 meter per second. Next. For an elastic spring having force constant K, if you want to increase its length by 1 centimeter by unit amount, then amount of force required is K. If you want to increase its length by amount X, then external force required is F equals to K into X. What is small k? Force constant. Say
Force constant.
It is external force required to increase the length by unit amount. For increasing the length by X amount, you should multiply by X. So K into X is the external force required. Okay. What about force? They are given 3.92 Newton. Force constant we require, and the elongation they have given. Increase in the length is called elongation. Elongation they have given 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter converted into meter. 1 upon 100, that is 0.01 meter. Find out K, it comes out to be 392. Unit of K will be unit of force upon displacement, so Newton upon meter. Wait, you know the formula of elastic potential G? Formula is half K x square, half K
X square.
but these and these displacements are different, so I am using here different symbol x dash, x dash. Now 1 by 2 as it is, because the spring remains same, force constant is constant, it is 392. And what about new extension in the spring? They have given 10 centimeter. How much? 10 centimeter. Convert into meter. 10 upon 100, that is 0.1 meter square of it. Okay. Simplify. Answer is 1.96. That many joule. That many joule. Next. Look. So this is the body of mass m. Look here. I just lift it. Correct? I bring it to height y. Correct? And in time t, I am doing this work. In time t. So work done against gravity, it is mgy. And in time t, so work done upon time taken, work done upon time taken will give you power. Now mass of the body 100 kilogram, G value is 9.8 meter per second square, height achieved by the body 60 meter, but this work is done in 1 minute, and you know 1 minute is 60 seconds, okay? 60 will cancel, 9.8 into 100, it is 980, unit of power is watt, okay? I am giving you similar sum, look here. For just pouring water in the farm, pouring water in the farm. Suppose a farmer uses bore well, and suppose that well is of depth 50 meter. So what does he require to do? First of all, from the bottom of the well, he requires to fetch the water. And fetching the water at the top of the well is not sufficient. After bringing the water at the top, he needs to throw it with some velocity because he wants to spray that water up to long distance, correct? So some kinetic energy is also to be supplied, okay? So not only increase in gravitational potential, but increase in kinetic energy is also required. So here what the change you will make in that sum? Come on. Work done is utilized in two purposes. First, increase in potential energy, and secondly, increase in kinetic energy. So here you may write mgy plus half mv square. Mgy plus
Half mv.
mgy plus
Half mv square.
and total time taken is supposed to be. I am giving you all the values. You have to find out simply power. Okay. Write down next one. If water is to be drained out, if water is to be drained out from a well of depth 50 meter, from a well of depth 50 meter at a rate 10 liter per second, 10 liter per second, and thereafter to throw that water, and then after to throw that water with a speed 5 meter per second. What amount of power is required? Question mark. That formula P equals to W upon T, and instead of W you may write now mgy plus half mv square, mgy plus half mv square upon T. correct? Take m common, gy plus v square by 2, gy plus v square by 2, correct? Upon t, correct? Now tell me, what is m? Mass of the water, na? But they have not given mass. What have they given? 10 liter per second. Wait. For water, density is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Density is
1 gram per centimeter.
and in kilogram per meter cube it is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. And 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. 1 liter is 1000 milliliter. And for water, I have always told you, as many milliliter, that many gram. As many
Milliliter,
that many
gram.
or as many liter, that many kilogram. As many liter.
That many kilograms.
So here 10 liter per second means 10 kilogram per second. 10 liter per second means
10 kilograms per second.
so write down m value 10. M value is 10. G value is 9.8. Y is the depth to be
50 meters.
increase and that is 50 meter. Anna? Then V is 5 meter per second. Okay? Small v is how much? 5 meter per second. Have I given you?
Yes.
While throwing the water with velocity how much?
5 meters.
Have I given you?
Yes.
Fine. And divided by t. T is 1 second. Find out. Zero two five watt. 5025 watt. Perfect. Fine. Read next now. Number 6. Read number 6. Work done is dot product between common force and displacement. What is force vector? They are given minus 4, 2, 6. Dot. Wait. This is displacement. They have said that displacement is undergone by the body along y-axis. Along.
Y-axis.
Because displacement is undergone along y-axis, it has only y component. It has only.
Y-component.
And when displacement is along y-axis, there is no component of that displacement along x and z-axis. So along x-axis and along z-axis, the components are zero. Come on, you know how to take the dot product. Look here. Ax bx plus ay by plus az.
Z.
Remember? So this into this plus, come on, this into this plus this into this. Minus 4 into 0 plus 2 into 2, 2 into 2 plus 6 into 0. Okay? This is 0, 2 into 2, that is 4. Amount of work done is to be measured in the unit joule right now because this force is in Newton, displacement is in meter. Next. Look. Vector f dot vector d. Suppose I want to find out. Vector f they given 1, minus 3, 1 dot. Displacement vector they given 2, minus 3, minus 11. Take the dot product. 1 into 2 plus minus 3 into minus 3 plus 1 into minus 11. And you know vector f dot vector d is nothing but f d cos theta. Now f d cos theta as it is. This is 2 into 1, that is 2. Minus 3 into minus 3, that is plus 9. And minus 11 into 1, that is minus 11. This is 9 plus 2, that is 11 minus 11, that is 0. Find out cos theta, take this f into t in the denominator. 0 upon anything will be 0. When cos theta is 0, theta will be, come on, 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. Next. Come on. According to work energy theorem, W equals to delta K. Change in kinetic energy is final minus initial. Final kinetic energy I am taking half mv square. Initial kinetic energy for the bus, because it was initially at rest, any body which is at rest, initial kinetic energy will be 0. 1 by 2 as raised, mass of the bus is 2000 kilogram, velocity they given 50 kilometer per hour. 50? No, when you are taking this mass in kilogram, velocity must be taken in meter per second. Kilometer per hour, you convert into meter per second. What do you do? What you do? Multiply by 5 divided by 18. Multiply by 5. Come on, multiply by 5 upon 18. And then square of it. Okay? Then simplify. Answer is 1.93 into 10 raised to 5. That many joule. Actually in the answer, there is no option like this. Correct? So make correction. If they have written 1.93 to 10 raised to 6, then you make it 10 raised to 5. This is the right answer. 1.93 to 10 raised to 5. I think in the old edition there must be mistake. Okay? I will make correction. 1.93 to 10 raised to 5, that many joule. Number 9 is a good one. Look, at the point of maximum height, they have said that potential energy is 3 by 4 times initial kinetic energy. When potential energy is 3 by 4, then, come on, potential energy is 3/4, then kinetic energy will be 1/4. When potential energy is, come on, 3/4, kinetic energy will be 1/4 of initial kinetic energy. Fine. What is kinetic energy formula, everybody? Look, half mv square. Say half
mv square.
This part as it is. Now 1 by 2 m as it is. What is V? What is V? Under root of Vx square plus Vy square. What is V equals to?
Under root of Vx square.
X square on both the sides. Then V square is, come on, Vx square plus Vy square. This part as it is. When you are talking about a point of maximum height, at a point of maximum height, vertical component of velocity becomes 0. For a moment, Vy becomes 0. When Vy becomes 0, then this part is 0. So left is 1 by 2 m Vx square. Come on, 1 by 2 m.
Vx square.
And that equals 1 by 4 k0. Now 1 by 2 m as it is. What is Vx formula? X component of final velocity. X component of, it is V0 cos theta 0. V0. See, X component of velocity in case of projectile motion remains constant, and it remains constant equal to V0 cos theta 0. V0, it's a square, and that equals 1 by 4 k0. 1 by 2 m as it is. Make square of this. Come on, V0 square cos square theta 0. Come on, V0 square, and that equals 1 by 4 k0. And now tell me, this is 1 by 2 m V0 square. This is nothing but initial kinetic energy k0. So this part is initial kinetic energy k0, cos square theta 0 as it is, 1 by 4 k0 as it is. Now k0 will cancel, giving you cos square theta 0 equals 1 by 4. Take square root. Cos theta 0 will be 1 by 2. Take square root. Cos theta 0 will be
1 by 2.
So if cos theta 0 is 1 by 2, theta 0 has to be 60 degree, because cos 60 and sin 30, they are equal to 1 by 2. Correct? So when cos theta 0 is 1 by 2, theta 0 will become on 60 degree. What is this theta 0? Angle of projection. Angle of projection. Next. Power formula is force into velocity. Power formula is force into velocity. And now F equals to ma. V as it is. M as it is. A is also dV by dt into V. Take this dt here. So P into dt will be mv dV. mv dV. Now take integration on both the sides, because power is at present constant. You can take it out of the symbol of integration. Integration 1 dt. Here mass is constant, integration V dV. Now P as it is, integration 1 dt is T, M as it is, integration V dV, it is v square by 2. V square by 2. Now find out v square. It is 2 into p into t upon n. Come on, 2 pt upon n. And now because power is constant, for a given body mass is constant, so when this part is constant and if you remove, then v square is proportional to t. When v square is proportional to t, take square root on both the sides. So when you take square root here, it is v, and when you take square root here, it is t raised to 1 by 2. T raised to, we were supposed to find out the relation between v and t. We have found out v is proportional to, come on, t raised to 1 by 2. Next. Look, acceleration is proportional to displacement, then I should write x, but because of acceleration, instead of acceleration they use the word retardation. Retardation means they mean to say deceleration, they mean to say deceleration. So deceleration should be taken with negative sign of displacement. Come on, a is proportional to minus x. That is, acceleration is directly proportional to displacement and opposite to displacement. Opposite to displacement. Remove sign of proportionality, put proportionality constant, say sigma. Okay. So A equals to minus sigma x. Now don't you know, work done is nothing but force into displacement. Work done is also equal to change in kinetic energy according to work energy theorem. F equals to ma dx as it is. Now m as it is, what about value of A? Value of A is at present minus sigma x. A equals to minus sigma x. And now take integration on both the sides. So integration 1 dk, look here, integration 1 dk minus m into sigma, this part is constant, integration x dx. Come on, integration x dx. Now integration 1 dk, it is nothing but k from initial to final, kinetic energy, minus m into sigma as it is constant. Integration x dx is nothing but x square by 2 from initial to final position of body. Initial position of the body is described by x equal to 0. Final position of the body, let it be x equal to x. So x is the displacement now. Come on. Instead of k, when I write k here, after putting minus n instead of k, I should write k0. Minus m into sigma as it is, instead of x, you write upper limit, that is x. X square by 2. After putting minus n, you should write here 0. 0 upon 2, that is 0. Now minus n, if you transfer here, then order will be reversed. Order will be reversed. Now it is k0 minus k, and that is n sigma upon 2 into x square. Initial minus final, this will give you decrease in kinetic energy. Decrease in, let it be shown by symbol delta k, because this part is constant, and if you remove, then this delta k is proportional to x square. Delta k is proportional to, decrease in kinetic is directly proportional to square of displacement. Square of displacement. Next. Look, v equals to v0 plus at. Initial velocity is 0 because body starts from rest. Acceleration as it is. This much velocity is achieved by the body at the end of time. They are given capital T. So instead of small t, time lapse is given to us as capital T. No problem. 0 plus at, that is 80 only. Now power formula everybody knows, it is force into velocity. Force into velocity. Now velocity I am taking v dash. F equals to ma. V dash is once again V0 plus 80. V0 plus 80. M as it is. Come on. A. Find out A from here. A will be V upon T. V upon T. V0 is 0 because body starts its motion from position of rest. A is, come on, once again from here. A will be V upon T. Small v upon capital T. This is given time. That may be any value of time. Leave it T as it is. Because they want ultimately answer of T in terms of small t. So it is M now. V into V, that is V square, T into that is T square, M V square upon T square into small t. M V square upon T square into small t. This is formula of power in terms of time. Next. Here they have given three different heights. What is the first height? Then you don't bother for the intermediate heights. You bother for initial and first and last value of height. First and last value of height. Look. Apply law of conservation of mechanical energy. Change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy should be equal to 0. Change in kinetic energy. Final minus initial. Final velocity I am taking V2, initial velocity V1. Change in potential energy. Final height I am taking Y2, initial height I am taking Y1. Change in potential energy mg Y2 minus mg Y1. And that equals to 0. This is final kinetic energy, this is initial kinetic energy. Okay? Throughout the equation you can cancel m. M you can cancel. So what is left here? V2 square upon 2 minus V1 square upon 2 plus G I can take common. G I can take common inside the bracket by 2 minus Y1. That equals to 0. Now V1 is the initial velocity. So you see, initially body was at rest. So initial velocity is 0. G value, come on, 10 meter per second square. Have they given?
Yes, sir.
In the old edition, if it is not there, write down. G equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay? If you want the answer as per the textbook, you must take G equal to 10 meter per second square. Come on. Final height. Don't bother for the intermediate heights. You see for the final height. What is the final height of the body? 20 meter. What is initial height? And that equals to 0. Simplify now. Look, 20 minus 100. Minus 80. Minus 80 to 10. Minus 800. Transfer it here. Will become plus 800. 800 into 2. Take square root now. Square root of this will be V2. Square root of this will be 40 meter per second. Nice one, huh? Here we have pendulum in which there is a string of length, say L, from point of suspension to the center of gravity of suspended body. This is nothing but length of simple pendulum, let it be L. Now this also is L, okay? Now this pendulum is swinging, fine. Now this is L, say this is the angle of oscillation theta. Can you get this vector by making addition of these two vectors? This vector plus this vector. This vector plus this vector will give you this vector. Correct? So what are these two? Two mutually perpendicular components. Component of L adjacent to theta. What is it? L cos theta. Component of L opposite to theta. What is it? L sin theta. Now earlier body was here. Now body has come to position B. So what is the height achieved by the body? From here to here. Correct. Height achieved is this much. And let it be y. Let it be y. Fine. When you take addition of L cos theta and y, you get this total length which is nothing but L. So from the figure, come on, L is equal to L cos theta plus y. L equals to L cos theta plus y. Find out y. Take this on left side. L you can take common inside bracket 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta. Y equals to L into 1 minus cos theta. Wait. Now what are you doing here? You are just exerting the force horizontally this way. Correct? And body comes to position B. They have not said, but you should take it that way, that point B is end point of the path. Point B is end point of the path. Okay? Now tell me, when you apply horizontal force, in the direction of force, what is the displacement? As the body goes from A to B, in the direction of horizontal force, what is the displacement? Displacement is from here to here. Correct? This is the horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement is how much? L sin theta. Say L sin theta. What is the displacement in the direction of force? Come on everybody. L sin theta. Now work done by this horizontal force, it is resulting into increase in gravitational potential. I am writing delta U. Tell me why I am not writing delta K here? Why I am not writing plus delta K? What is delta K? Change in kinetic energy. Change in. Before you had applied the force, this bob was at rest. So initial kinetic energy was 0. And as I said, this is the end point of the path. This is at the end point of the path, body comes to rest for a moment. For a moment, it becomes stationary here. So here also kinetic energy is 0. So what is changing kinetic energy? 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0, that is 0. So you should not write here delta K, because the delta K value right now it is 0. And now tell me, work done is force into displacement. Force is F, displacement in the direction of force is L sin theta. Increase in gravitational potential when the body is raised by amount height y. What is the increase in gravitational potential? mgy. F into L sin theta as it is, mg as it is, whatever value of y, L into 1 minus cos theta, L into 1 minus cos theta. L ones are L getting cancelled. F as it is, sine as it is, theta you are given, this angle you are given 45 degree. Instead of small m, mass of the body they are shown by symbol capital M, no problem. Come on, it's just change of symbol. G as it is, theta they are given 45 degree. Now simplify. Sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. Come on, cos 45 degree is also 1 by root 2. Take LCM here. Take LCM, root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. Say root 2 minus 1 upon root 2. And now you can cancel this root 2. Okay? If you cancel this root 2, then F equals to mg into root 2 minus 1. F equals to mg into, come on, F equals to mg into, this is the horizontal force required. Okay? In the examination, what they may do, they may change this angle from 45 degree, they may change it to suppose 60 degree. All that you have to do is to place the new value of theta here. That's all. Whichever value is given to you, you may write it here. Correct? Next. In textbook, in this question, they have given wrong answer. Okay? Answer they have given that potential energy of balloon will decrease. Potential energy of balloon will decrease. That is wrong answer. But as per textbook, I have written here. But it is wrong. See, I am showing you. When you release the balloon, which is already filled with some light gas, right, say helium gas, when you release that balloon, what happens? If a balloon filled with gas is released, what happens? It rises, correct? Gradually, its speed increases. Height also increases. When speed is increasing, kinetic energy will increase, and height of a body from the ground level, if it goes on increasing, mgy, y is increasing, y is increasing. So potential energy will increase. Correct? Actually, they should have asked what will be the change in total potential energy. Means I am talking about now entire system of balloon and earth. For that entire system, total potential energy decreases. That is true. But they have not asked for the entire system. They have asked only for the balloon. If you are talking about only for the balloon, then balloon is rising. Then height is increasing, gravitational potential is actually increasing. Okay? But you should remember textbook answer. Though it is wrong, you should remember that. If it is asked the same way, you should write answer according to textbook. Okay? Wait. Why the balloon is rising? You study in the second semester because of buoyancy property of surrounding air medium. What is called buoyancy? Buoyancy is that property of a fluid whereby if any body is partly or completely immersed in a fluid, then surrounding fluid surrounding to the body provides vertically upward force on that body. That force is called buoyant force, and this property is known as buoyancy. So because of buoyant force, work is done on the balloon. When work is done on the balloon, its kinetic energy increases, and because it is going on rising above the ground level continuously, height is increasing, so gravitational potential only for balloon it will increase. Only for balloon it will increase. What is decreasing in the potential energy, that is not only for balloon, that is for entire system made up of balloon and earth. Okay. In one of the NCERT problems, this was asked, and one very good author, he had proved this thing, that the total potential decreases, not for the balloon. For the balloon, potential is increasing. That is right answer. But in our textbook, they give a wrong answer. Next. For a closed round trip of a body under the influence of conservative force, remember, integration of vector F dot vector dl is 0. Why? Why? Don't you know work energy theorem? W equals to delta T. Correct? If I throw a body vertically upwards, correct? Neglect air resistance and you talk about only gravitational force, what will happen? While rising, velocity will decrease, kinetic energy will decrease. At the point of maximum height, for a moment kinetic energy will become 0. But then after body is falling, correct? Again speed is increasing, kinetic energy is increasing. When you get that body in your hand, back in your hand, in the same position, it has finished one round trip. It has finished one round trip, it has gone up, has come down. Okay? At the end of one round trip, final kinetic energy will be same as you had provided. Okay? So there is a conservation of kinetic energy. There is a conservation of. So at the end of one round trip, what is the change in kinetic energy? 0. Change in kinetic energy is 0. Now change in kinetic energy is 0, so W is also 0. And W is nothing but, right? Work done is nothing but line integration of force. Line integration of force. So in place of W you may write integration vector F dot vector dl, and that equals to 0. Right? But that integration should be carried out over a closed loop, over a closed path, over a closed path. Okay? Next. Look, kinetic energy they are given proportional to time. Remove sign of proportionality, put proportionality constant, say sigma. What is kinetic energy formula? Half mv square, that equals to sigma into t. Find out v square, 2 sigma upon m into t. 2 sigma upon m into t. Take square root, v equals to under root of 2 sigma upon m into under root of t. Under root of t I have written here, t raised to 1 by 2. And now what is V? V equals to dx by dt. V equals to dx by dt. Take this dt here. Take this dt here. Okay? And now on the last page in the note, write down. On the last page you write down. Write down this step, everybody. Write down this step. Dx equals to under root of 2 sigma upon m into t raised to 1 by 2 dt. Written. Dx equals to under root of 2 sigma upon m into t raised to 1 by 2 dt. Written? Right. Therefore, integration 1 dx. Write down integration 1 dx. Integration 1 dx. Now this part is constant. This part is constant. Integration t raised to 1 by 2 dt. Integration t raised to 1 by 2 dt. Done? Now integration 1 dx means what? X. So write down x on left side, and that equals to under root of 2 sigma upon m as it is. Integration t raised to 1 by 2 dt. It is t raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 1 by 2 plus 1. That is t raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. T raised to 3 by 2. Yes, write down that. t raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. Got it? Why? Integration t raised to n dt. T raised to
N dt.
what was that? T raised to n plus 1 upon. Similarly here t raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 1 by 2 plus 1. Got it? Now don't simplify further. You can see the relation between x and t. What is that? X proportional to t raised to 3 by 2. X proportional to, that is what they asked. X proportional to t raised to 3 by 2. Okay? Write one exercise. Like for a projectile, prove that y equals to x tan theta, x into tan theta 0 into bracket 1 minus x upon r. Correct? Where capital R equals to range of a projectile. Correct? You know the formula of range? V0 square sine 2 theta 0 upon G. V0 square. What is sine 2 theta 0? 2 sine theta 0 cos theta 0. Say.
2 sin theta 0 cos theta 0.
Remember that? Wait. You have to put that value of R here. Further you need to simplify and ultimately you should get this answer. Look, y equals to equation of a projectile which you know. What do you know from textbook? It is tan theta 0 into x. Correct? Minus g upon 2v0 square cos square theta 0 and whole into x square. Correct? Something into x minus something into x square. Ax minus bx square. Ax minus, it was equation of a parabola. Put the value of r, I mean formula of r, simplify, you should get this. Correct? Right. Can I write it this way? Tan theta 0 into x minus tan theta 0 upon r into x square. Any problem? Can you write this equation like this? Can you write it like this? I'm gonna write it. Y equals to this much. And then match it with y equals to ax minus bx square. Compare with ax minus bx square. Compare with ax minus bx square. Tell me what is it? Very good. What is b? So write on that. Comparing we get right below that a equals to tan theta 0, b equals to tan theta 0 upon r. Okay. Now leave it. Write one example. For one projectile motion, y equals to 4x minus 2x square. 4x minus 2x square. Full stop. Where x and y are in meter. Find its maximum height and range. Find maximum height and range. Find out. Whatever you require, it is there. In your notes, it is there right now. Find out maximum height, capital H, and range, capital R. Tan theta 0. What was B? Correct? So I am finding A upon B. Look, I am finding A upon B. Okay? So what it will be? This upon this 10 will get cancelled. Denominator will become numerator. So you got the one formula R equals to A upon B. What is value of A? I have given 4. What is value of B? 2. So this is 4, this is 2. 4 upon 2, 2 meters. Range is 2 meters. Range is 2 meters. Wait. B is tan theta 0 upon R. B is look. B equals to tan theta 0 upon R. Correct? Value of tan theta 0 can be replaced by A. Come on. Tan theta 0 I am replacing by A. But value of R? Wait. We want H, na? Capital H. Okay. Do one thing now. Just find out A square upon 4B. A square upon 4B. Find out. On the last page you find out. A square upon 4B. A square upon 4B. What is A square from here? Tan square theta 0. Say tan square theta 0 upon 4B. That is 4 into tan theta 0 upon R. No, that is true. But maximum height we want. So find out first of all formula of height. A square upon 4B written. Put the value of A tan theta 0. Put the value of B tan theta 0 upon R. And then put the value of R also. I mean formula of R. What is formula of R? V0 square sin 2 theta 0 upon G. You will get the formula of capital H. A square upon 4B is nothing but capital H. Have you done A square? Tan square theta 0 upon A square is tan square theta 0 upon 4 into B. B is how much? B is how much? Tan theta 0 upon R. Correct? So have you got it? Equal to capital H. What is capital H formula? V0 square sin square theta 0 upon 2G. Are you getting the formula? So another formula of capital H in terms of A and B. Remember it is A square upon 4B. H is common A square upon 4B. Correct? What is the value of A right now? 4. B is 2. A is 4. B is 2. It also will come out to be 2 meter. How much? 2 meter. H is also 2 meter. R is also 2 meter. So which two new formula you come to know? Capital H equals to A square upon 4B and capital R equals to A upon B. Capital R equals to, in which equation y equals to ax minus bx square. Y equals to
X minus B.